Colorado is not even in the top 10, which means if they're not the next team on this list that I say, that means they're last. You gotta be mad. If you're not mad, that means you're not passionate about your team. I'd be mad if my team was put this low on a list like this. I saved this video for tonight for this one reason only. Say it with me now. Another night, another prime time video. Oh man, it's been a while since we said that intro. Let me know if y'all missed it, but also it's been a week to be exact, July 15th, since we talked about Colorado, Shedeur Sanders, and Deion Sanders in general. Well, actually, let me take that back. We talked about Deion and his surgery that happened 3 days ago, but I'm talking about the Colorado football team. You get what I'm trying to say. And I hope y'all can tell from the tone of my voice, I'm so excited to get into this video. I'm going to let you know up front, it's going to be controversial, and I wouldn't say I necessarily like making or even talking about controversial situations, but here's what I will say. They're definitely intriguing because everybody, they give their opinion, and more times than not, we get a lot of different perspectives. So I do like that aspect of things, and we may check out some of the comments on the previous video we made because in that video I stated, hey, Colorado, they're running out of time. What do I mean when I say they're running out of time? Well, the season, it's creeping up on us, and you only got about, what is it now, 35 days? I don't know what it is to be exact, but let's just say Colorado has roughly 5 to 6 weeks to prepare for TCU. We'll talk a little bit about that, but the main reason I'm making this video is because of what happened at the Pac-12 Media Days. If you've been keeping up with the channel, what did we talk about yesterday? What was the one video we made? The SEC preseason polls. That's what we talked about. Talked about where the teams are ranked and all that good stuff, and I thought the SEC rankings, they were pretty good. They were pretty accurate, at least compared to mine. Meanwhile, though, on the other side of the country, the Pac-12 had their media days, and they also released their Pac-12 preseason rankings. And how do I say this nicely? I'm just going to leave it at this. Nobody believes in Colorado, and I'm not even going to say they disrespected them, but where they ranked them, it was very, 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 very low. And I think some people will say it's disrespectful, and I'm not going to lie, I was shocked to see where all these people, they put Colorado on this list. I'm just going to be blunt and say it, I was shocked. Maybe I shouldn't be shocked considering they went 1-11, got a new coach on that, but I was. Because I just thought the vibe and the feel around that conference is they were going to give Deion and this entire Colorado team and staff a lot more respect, but they didn't. And also, let me make this clear, I'm not saying they had to put them in the top 5, but to put them where they did, it shocked me, and I'll leave it at that. We're going to talk all about that in tonight's video. It is the one and only topic we're going to talk about because I do believe it's that important. And by the way, we ain't doing no intro, no corny stuff, none of that. It's simple. You like college football and you want to be a part of our community, we'd love to have you here. If you don't want to be a part of our community, subscribe, do none of that. That's cool too. Let's just get straight into it. First thing is first, y'all know I like to start these videos. Let's check out one and only one comment on the previous video. I really like it. It's a different perspective, which I like. You got to remember, guys, not every time someone has a different view on things, it means they're hating on you or they hate what you got to say. It's just their own opinion, and that's what we welcome on this channel. And also, this comment got a lot of likes, so I like to assume a lot of people agree with them. Big Mike, by the way, shout out to Big Mike, thank you for leaving this comment, said this. Matt, TCU has 49 days to prepare for Colorado, a team that has been assembled with some really talented and hungry players. Okay, yeah, so that means now at this point in time, the game will be played in 42 days. My apologies, because I think earlier in this video, I said 35 days. I was 1 week off, but still, you get the point. I want you to keep in mind that the Buffs are adding 39.5 sacks to their defense. The offense has a 4-star quarterback that has dropped 3,500 passing yards and an average of 40 TDs for the last 2 years. The offensive line is grossly upgraded, and the wide receiver room is one of the best in the country. No, I disagree with that strongly. You could say one of the top 15 in the country, but one of the best in the country? No. Continuing along here right after country, the running game is very strong. I'd agree with that. I would think a person such as yourself who preaches vision and being able to see yourself accomplishing your dreams would understand a person like Coach Prime and his ability to win and win immediately. P.S. Don't forget the great coaching staff. Colorado 10-2 or more. Hashtag we coming. Wow. What about that? Thank you again, Big Mike, for that comment. 10-2 or more? Nah, I don't think so, partner. I don't think so. How about 5-7 or 6-6 or 7-5? 10-2? Yeah, you reach it, my brother. I want to address this part, and we gotta get a move on to talk about the main subject. I'll highlight it for you right here where he stated, I would think a person such as yourself who preaches vision and being able to see yourself accomplishing your dreams would understand a person like Coach Prime and his ability to win and win immediately. Yes, I do. But I also live in reality. I'm also a realist. I believe Coach Prime is going to be extremely successful at Colorado, but it's going to take a couple of years. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to sound like a broken record player. Y'all know how I feel about the situation. Whereas some of these Colorado fans are saying, hey, we're going to go 9-3 or 8-4 in year one. I'm more so thinking that's the goal, or that's what you can do in year two. I'm a year behind y'all. And I ain't going to hold you, Big Mike. If you think Colorado's going 10-2 this year, you're in for a rude awakening. There's only one thing left to say about all of this. I guess we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. But let's move on to the main topic, the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto the video, and what's going on with Colorado and the Pac-12 media. Let me give you some quick context just in case some people don't understand what this is. Every single year, about 40, 50 days before the regular season, the media in a certain conference, they come out with their preseason poll. I can't dumb it down any more than this. So, like, for example, the SEC, they have their own media poll, and then the Pac-12, which we're about to take a look at, they have their own media poll. This isn't some AP poll, BCS poll, playoff poll, none of that. This is a conference media preseason poll. I can't dumb it down any more than that, and let's take a look at it. You didn't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that USC was going to be at the top of this list, and they are the favorite to win the Pac-12 with 25 first place votes. Behind them at number 2, you got Washington, 3 Utah, 4 Oregon. Kind of shocked me. I thought Oregon would be, no, now that I think about it, yeah, it's a good spot. 5, Oregon State. Remember, they got the new quarterback, DJ Ugabadoogie. And 6, UCLA. So there's your top 6, and I would say I don't have a problem with that. I'm cool with that. For me personally, I would flip Utah, Washington, but not a big difference. And as you can see right here, Utah actually got more first place votes than Washington. I like Utah, I really do, and don't sleep on Oregon, man. Do not sleep on them. There's your top 6, and obviously, to all my Colorado fans, you've noticed this, you're nowhere to be found. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. If you're a Colorado fan and you expected to be in this top half, you're delusional. You knew nobody was gonna put you in the top 6. And I can't even say I thought about it because I didn't, but heading into this, if you're a Colorado fan and you have no idea where you're at on this list before I tell you, where do you think you should have been put? Continuing along here at 7, you got Washington State. At 8, you got Arizona. 9, California. 10, Arizona State. Which means there's only 2 teams left, and we haven't even gotten to Colorado. Colorado is not even in the top 10, which means if they're not the next team on this list that I say, that means they're last. That would essentially mean that the Pac-12 media has picked Colorado to finish last in the conference. Yeah, that's a low blow to say the least, but guess what? That didn't happen because they put Colorado at number 11 and Stanford at 12. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there you have it, and this means that the media thinks Arizona State, California, Arizona, Washington State, UCLA, Oregon State, Oregon, Utah, Washington, and USC are better than Colorado. I got a question. What do y'all think about that, Buff fans? I know y'all are mad. Let me know. You gotta be mad. If you're not mad, that means you're not passionate about your team. I'd be mad if my team was put this low on a list like this. Now, me personally, this is just me. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd put Colorado at, with all the sheer talent and how much I believe in Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders, and also they got Travis Hunter. I love him. I'm going to put Colorado at number 9. That's where I would put them on this list. I think 9's a good spot. I think putting them at 7 or 8, that's kind of pushing it. But 9, I can get down with that. Here's what I will say, though, and take this into account. The people that vote on this crowd, number 1, they have no idea what they're talking about. Because think about this. If y'all didn't see yesterday's video, Vanderbilt got 5 first-place votes to beat Georgia. Yes, to beat Georgia in the SEC. I mean, no, they got 8. My bad. 8 first-place votes to beat Georgia in the SEC East. And they got 5 votes to win the entire SEC. Vanderbilt. If you know anything about football, you know how delusional that is. And it's the same thing with the Pac-12. The people that vote on this crap, number 1, I got more knowledge on the tip of my finger than they have in their entire body. And number 2, they're a bunch of old bozos and geezers. They don't keep up with the modern times, so yeah, I'd expect them to put Colorado at number 11. It's an absolute shame to put them this low on the list, but also, let's be real. Do preseason polls matter, or even media polls? No. Right now, at the top of your head, unless you're a Colorado fan, you couldn't tell me where they were at in the 2020 media preseason poll for the Pac-12. I don't really care about preseason polls, but, and I have a really big but, you better believe that, this does tell us that nobody believes in Colorado and nobody believes in Deion Sanders. And why it's so fascinating to me, and I can't wait until the season, because at the same time, if Colorado goes 3-9, 4-8, everybody's going to say, oh, yeah, it's a disappointment of a season, and Deion, he's a fluke. which doesn't make sense to me because you see right here, they got Colorado finishing 11th in the league, so that means they expect them to go like 3-9, 4-8. So if they do that, how could that be a disappointment of a season? Y'all see what I'm saying? They expect Deion Sanders in Colorado to be terrible, and even if they are terrible, they're going to say Deion Sanders was overrated, when in reality, y'all didn't rate them properly, or at least up to your standards you're going to hold them to. It's funny, man. It's the same thing with the TCU game. Is Colorado supposed to win that game? No. But if they lose, they're going to be a laughingstock. Just based off of the fact that they've hyped themselves up and everybody's hyped them up the past couple of months. Oh, man, I can't wait. Football, it's around the corner. It needs to hurry up. I'm tired of this hot weather. I'm tired of mowing grass. Let me know your thoughts down below about Romany.